Szanowni Państwo, Szanowni Państwo,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Szanowni Państwo, droga igrzyskowa publiczność.
ladies and gentlemen, dear audience of the Freedom Games, I do hope it has been a day full of inspiration, but the Freedom Games are not only to fill us with inspiration and provide new knowledge and extend our horizons. It is also meant to spark the action and provide impetus for action, and let's do it here. Let us invite Leszek Jażdżewski and Błażej Lękowski to invalidate the referendum.
Szanowni Państwo,
Ladies and gentlemen,
tego wieczora
welcome again.
dyskusji
We have carried out a number of discussions and now civic exercises in practice. We are here to
myślę najważniejsze
present the most important component of election attendance.
częścią, którą
And the
mamy
Freedom
nadzieję,
Games is a part of this campaign. We hope to develop it for the next month. That's the campaign called the Turning Point.
symbolicznie unieważnić
Symbolically, we would like to invalidate the pseudo-referendum proposed by the ruling party, which is supposed to be carried out together with the election. The questions are formulated in such a way to distract people's attention from the issues that are important for us and that the ruling party is not able to handle. We need to invite Poles to the discussion on the significant matters. If we do understand the election is the key decision, I suppose we'll be able to move forward. Leszek,
kart powiedzenia.
could you please tell us more about the campaign?
Udało się chyba zbudować napięcie. Wytrzymaliście do wieczora.
Ladies and gentlemen, you survived until evening, although we only mentioned we are going to invalidate the pseudo-referendum. If you don't like the topic of the conversation, you should change it, and this is what we want to do. In the time of the internet, the conversation about what we don't like, it doesn't work. We do not feed trolls. We should not chase in the discussion whether these questions make or do not make sense. The answer is obvious and we do not participate. We have 4 proposals of civic referendum, real referendum. I'm not going to tell you what questions these are. You will see them in a moment. We are going to invite 4 experts. But before we do that, I would like to tell you one thing. A few weeks ago, Donald Tusk said he would invalidate the referendum. Our referendum questions is the referendum over the rule of the law and justice, and law and justice is going to fail. I can say, Prime Minister Tusk, the task is completed. But the initiative was independent. The first question will be asked by Alicja de Fratyka. Ciekawe liczby.pl.
Temat drożyzny
The topic of high prices is the second most important topic for Poles after health. According to various studies, Poles need to tighten their belts and give up on purchasing. They have been observing an increase, a decrease in purchasing because Poles can afford less. Previous year, the value of pensions dropped, and that was the first decrease for 20 years. The real remuneration decreased for 30 years. The second highest inflation rate in the European Union, nearly twice higher than in the Eurozone. Such high inflation was also before the war, and that's why we cannot say it is the war that caused it. Not only the war. The topic of inflation cannot be covered by shouting or lying. The inflation rate is going to exceed 11%. If we do not get pay raise, it means that we lose one salary. That's why the question is so important for the Poles, and hence the question, do you think that the government failed in fighting inflation?
Myślę, że przyjęte przez aklamację. Alicja, dziękuję. Zostań z nami.
Accepted by acclamation.
Drugie pytanie, proszę
Alicja,
Państwa,
stay with us. The
odkryje
second
prawniczka
question.
z wolnych sądów. Sylwia Gregorczyk-Abram,
Sylwia
zapraszamy na scenę.
Gregorczyk-Abram, wolne sądy.
Jak zawsze po swojemu. Dobry wieczór.
I'll do it my way.
Ja uważam, że nad fundamentalnymi prawami
I suppose that the fundamental human rights should not be voted for,
wobec których
especially the rights
świat zakończył już dawno dyskusję.
on which the democratic world has ended the debate. And this is the right for every woman to decide about themselves and the right for safe abortion. But the world in Poland does not look like that. Our reality does not look like that. We, the females, have been brutally forced to join this dirty political game when our rights, women's rights, are bargained and when they are used for own political purposes. That's why, in the light of what is happening in Polish hospitals where women die, in the face of violating females' rights and the fear that we experience entering gynecologist surgery, we think that this is the component that must not be missing in the civic dialogue. That's why the question I'm going to read is so important, and we should ask it to all Poles. Do you think that the abortion law in Poland is too restrictive?
Proszę Państwa, to jest jedno z niewielu pytań, które może
That's
pogodzić
one
Szymona
of the
Hołownię i
few
partię
questions
Razem.
that
Sylwia Gregorczyk-Abram.
can be shared by
A
Szymon
teraz
Hołownia
trzecie
and
pytanie
Razem. And the third
odsłoni dla
question
Państwa
will be
również
read
prawniczka,
by the lawyer
również z wolnych sądów. Maria
representing
Eichhardt, zapraszam na scenę.
Wolne Sądy, Maria Eichhardt.
Ladies and gentlemen, Poland is not religious country, it's a lay country. Each one of us, it's a good joke. It wasn't a question. Everyone can believe in what they want, and authorities should be impartial when it comes to religion and outlook. Poland is most religious country in Europe. Over 200 religious associations and churches are registered, but only one of these churches uses public money. Only one of these churches uses the privilege of teaching schools in children in public schools. Only priests of one of these churches are treated differently than citizens. Only one of them interferes in the process of establishing law and regulating human rights. So we need to ask this question. It's very important, and Polish men and women have to answer it. This is the question. Do you think that it is needed to separate the church from the state?
Maria Eichhardt zadała pytanie, które,
Maria
jak Państwo wiecie,
Eichhardt
jest
asked
bliskie
the
mojemu
question that is
sercu.
very close to my
Ale
heart,
ostatnie
as
pytanie
you know,
również
and the last question
jest równie dobre jak
is
poprzednie
also
trzy. I usłanie dla
just as
Państwa
good. And this
ekonomista z
question is
Fundacji
going to be
Marcin
received
Zieliński.
by Marcin Zieliński, the Ford Foundation economist. According to the propaganda by Law and Justice parties, the state treasury companies are to guarantee to protect the national interest. What the reality is like, jobs in these companies are given not to those who are competent, but to those who, as Marek Suski MP said, know the agenda of Law and Justice Party and will ensure that this program, this agenda will be implemented. So beneficiaries have to be grateful and they have to pay money for the election fund. They have to give their resources for political fight. In the campaign for the pseudo-referendum, several foundations of the state treasury foundations decided to take part in this. So the public property sector means that the resources are lost and there is the erosion of democracy. So I'm going to read the question which is very important and it should be asked to Polish men and women. Do you think that we should make political media not political? The same question goes for the state treasury companies. They should not be involved in politics. Ladies and gentlemen, very soon you will see a presentation. Hopefully we will see this presentation. So you will see the address of the website where you will be able to take part in this internet referendum. I'm afraid I cannot hear the speaker. Do you think that the abortion right in Poland is too restrictive? Do you think that the church should be separated from the state? Do you think that public media and state treasury companies should not be involved in politics? So the Law and Justice Party have failed for the past 8 years and we have to show to them that these questions are important to us and the new government can change our reality. Thank you.
Proszę Państwa, można
Ladies and
skanować, można
gentlemen, you
głosować,
can
możemy
scan
udostępniać.
this address, you
Przykryjmy
can
ich czapkami.
vote and you can share this.
It's not always easy to recognize. It may look like this, or like this. It may be a burden, but it is a responsibility that we embrace nonetheless. But if it means this for one person and this for someone else, maybe it ultimately means being there for one another. It isn't handed to us, but we know where to find it. And how it feels, how it tastes, and what it sounds like when we finally have it. It means different things to different people, but for many, it means everything. And if we all fight for it, it will eventually bring us together.
Ihre Ausreise
zawodu lekarzem. Zajmowała się diagnostyką chorób nowotworowych.
W Białorusi zajmowałam się mikrobiologią i molekularną biologią.
Byłem nauczycielem szkoły podstawowej.
Naszym celem jest budowanie umiejętności, które są ważne na polskim rynku pracy.
Szybko nabierają takiej pewności siebie, bardzo szybko się uczą.
Wszystko możliwe, kiedy starasz się.
Każdy wybór ma swoje konsekwencje.
Dziś na kazaniu o takich jak ty mówili, że to morderczynie.
A wiesz, że ta, która ci pomogła, trafi za kraty?
Trzeba mieć sumienie.
Jak mogłaś to zrobić własnej matce?
Aborcja to najgorsza zbrodnia.
Gdybym ja podjęła taką decyzję, nie byłoby cię tutaj.
Organy państwa nie będą przyglądać się temu obojętnie.
Życie i zdrowie kobiety jest najważniejsze.
Stop kryminalizacji aborcji.
Kobieta decyduje.
Dzień dobry. To znaczy, myśmy się dzisiaj widzieli. Wie pan co? Ja zmieniłem zdanie i chciałbym poprawić. Karty. W urnie. Dobrze? To ja sobie poszukam.
Serio? Pan sobie poszuka?
Nadchodzące wybory są zbyt ważne, by zostawić je bez kontroli. Dołącz do obywatelskiej kontroli wyborów. Zróbmy wybory bez piecu.